Hi, my name is Kristen Stubbe, and I am the STEM Club advisor here at Liberty High School. And you're probably sitting there wondering right now, what is STEM? Well, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And that is why I had my students read this book to you, because this book is all about science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, William in the book creates his own windmill, and that we call is innovation, because the windmill has already been invented. And so he just took the supplies that he had in his hometown and he made his own windmill, and that's what we're going to do today. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, welcome to the STEM Club here at Liberty High School. My name is Mads Coffin. I'm the secretary of the STEM Club. I'm in grade 10 and I went to Spring Garden Elementary.
Hi, my name is Alexander Wortman. I am part of the STEM Club here at Liberty High School. I'm also part of the band. I am in 11th grade, so I am a junior, and I went to Clearview Elementary School.
Hi, my name is Emily Murray. I'm in grade 12, and I'm the current president of Liberty STEM Club.
Hello, my name is Lysandra Chambers. I'm in grade 10th, and I am also a part of the STEM Club and the Science Olympiad.
Hi, I'm Rowan Walters, and I'm associated here at the STEM Club here at Liberty. I'm a junior, and I'm involved in the many activities provided here at Liberty, which someday you'll be here too. I went to Hanover myself, and now I am going to return the favor to you by reading a book. But before that, it is always important that you know that you and I have this great power called imagination, to where we can do anything as long as we put our minds to it. And it is definitely seen here in this wonderful book today that we will be reading, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, by William Kamkwamba and Brian Mueller. In a small village in Malawi, where people had no money for lights, nightfall came quickly and hurried poor farmers to bed. But for William, the darkness was best for dreaming. He dreamed of building things and taking them apart, like the trucks with bottle cap wheels parked under his bed, and pieces of radios that he'd cracked open and wonder, if I can hear the music, then where is the band? His grandpa's taste of music also whispered in the pitch black of his room, which planes passed through the window while ghost dancers twirled around the room, as if 100 men were inside their bodies. At dawn in the fields, William scanned the maize rows for magical beings, then wondered as a truck rumbled past, how does an engine make it go? Pay attention where you throw that hoe, his father shouted. You'll cut off your foot. For all its power over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose angry each morning and scorched the fields, turning the maize into dust. Without food, Malawi began to starve. Soon, William's fathers gathered the children and said, from now on, we eat only one meal per day. Make it last. In the evenings, they sat around a lantern and ate their handful, watching hungry people pass like spirits along the roads. Money also disappeared with the rain. Pepani, his father, said, I am sorry, you will have to drop out of school. Now, William stood on the road and watched the lucky students pass, alone with the monsters in his belly and a lump in his throat. For weeks, he sulked under the mango tree until he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With the English dictionary close by, William put together how engines moved, those big trucks, and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest pictures of all was a machine, taller than the tallest tree with blades like a fan, a giant pinwheel, something to catch magic. Slowly, he built a sentence. Windmills can produce electricity and pump water. He closed his eyes and he saw a windmill outside his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing lights to the dark valley. He saw the magic drawing cool water from the ground, sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green, even when farmers' prayers for rain went unanswered. This windmill was no more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight hunger. Majesti amafefo, he whispered. I will build an electric wind. In the junkyard, pieces appeared like rusted treasures in the tall grass, a tractor fan, some pipe, and bearings and bolts that required every muscle to remove. Tonga, he'd shout to the birds and spiders, holding up his prize. But as William dragged his medals home, people called out, "This boy is masala. Only crazy people will play with trash." After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt, a broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, and plastic pipe, even a small generator to power the headlight on a bike. For 3 days he bolted, banged, and tinkered while chickens squawked and dogs barked, and neighbors shook their heads saying, "What's Masala doing now?" His cousins Joffrey and best friend Gilbert soon appeared. "Wooly Brawny," they greeted. "Can we help with the electric wind?" "Grab your pangas and follow me," he said, and took them into the forest. Together, they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of a blue gum tree. They hammered them together to make the tower. Standing atop, William shouted, "Bring it up!" While the boys tugged and heaved, a crowd gathered below and gazed at this strange machine that now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. Like it always came. First a breeze, then a gusting gale. The tower swayed and the blade spun round. With sore hands once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb, which flickered at last, then surged as bright as the sun. "Tonga," he shouted, "I have made electric wind." "Wachita bueno," a man yelled. "Well done." As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Light could not fill empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry ground, creating food where once there was none. "Majestia mafefo," electric wind, can feed my country, William thought. And that was the strongest magic of all. This is the true story of a boy whose great idea and perseverance lit up his home and inspired the world. And it is from his imagination that he managed to create a windmill of his own. But in our today's activity, we'll be doing the same thing on a much smaller scale with today's craft.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to be making our windmill. So what you're going to want before you build one of these is your little cup, thumbtack, a little plastic straw, any markers of choice, crayons, colored pencils, anything you want to decorate your windmill with, scissors, and your paper that will be supplied. All right, so to start, I would actually suggest decorating this first. So for mine, I'm just going to do a little simple triangle, maybe a couple of different colors. This one over here. So you can decorate however you would like. All right, so next thing to do is to cut it. So you want to line that up perfectly, cut on the black line, and cut all the way up till about 1 inch or so from the middle. And you're going to want to do that on all sides. All right, so when you're done cutting, it should look a little something like this, you know, with your triangles and such. Okay, and you're going to want to fold this in. So take first this one, the bottom of one of your triangles, another bottom of one of your triangles. Make sure it is in the center. Just fold them on. And depending on which way your windmill is, you might need to play around with which triangles you fold in. So just try your best to fold it in a way that looks a little something like that. And then I'm going to put a hole in the back here, just as a guide. Then remake everything. Then I'm going to punch a little hole in the center. Make sure all of my little petals are aligned. That one didn't get in, so I'm going to press that one down. And make sure your fingers are out of the way of the needle so you don't poke yourself. Right, so we have our holes in. I'm going to have to reverse my needle. So it should look like that, with your needle poking out the back. And you're going to grab your straw here and just poke that in just a little bit from the top. Might be a little hard to keep this to stay in. If you need some help, you could have someone else hold it maybe. Maybe pin it down to the table. Then put it through, just like that, so that it's still able to spin a little. And you can use your scissors here to make a little incision in the cup, right in the middle. Then simply going to put that in the cup, and just like that, have your own windmill.